Welcome, everybody, to It Tastes Different Gaming News. Today on the appetizer, Take-Two CEO calls GTA Trilogy launch problems a glitch that's been resolved. An IGN article says Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick has described the launch issues that plagued last year's release of Grand Theft Auto Trilogy as a glitch that has been since resolved. Well, as a person who played a little bit of one of them, I won't say which one because I don't want to deter anybody from trying it. Yeah, it was crap and it was broke and it looked like hell. It's really surprising that they called it a glitch. And I'm really wanting to get some opinions here. So I know the spiciest opinion is going to be from Pat. Pat, what is your take on Mr. Zelnick's glitch?
The only kind of glitch this would be a glitch in the Matrix where it never happened. You just wake up and it never happened. They took the blue pill. Is the only way that was a glitch.
Took the brown pill.
Right. The game was marred by launch issues. And calling it a glitch is undermining the severity of what they had. I mean, the launcher was down, for crying out loud. Come on, guys. Call it what you want. Everybody knows my stance on remasters, whatever the hell you want to call those, because they were garbage. They weren't remasters. Somebody took the polishing cloth and was like, wait. All right, we'll push it back out and charge all these people money. And they did it dirty anyway. And Rockstar is milking the Grand Theft Auto trilogy for all they can get out of it. I mean, we've had five has outlived consoles at this point in time, and we have not heard hide nor hair 6. So it's Rockstar doing what Rockstar does. They need to come out with more stuff. I mean, I like what they put out. Don't get me wrong. I like it when it comes out at the time, but the remaster, I did not play the trilogy. So let's just get this clear. I did not buy the trilogy. I tried to play the remastered one that came out on Game Pass, and that thing was the biggest turd that I have ever tried to play. Literally 20 minutes in, I'm like, you know what? This is garbage. Uninstalled it and never looked back. I'm like, nope, not for me. Part of me is a graphics snob, and I went in there knowing it's an older game, but still, when you remaster something, you bring it up to current. You bring it up to current standards, current specifications, and they didn't do any of that crap with it. So to me, they get all the flack they deserve on this plus more because it was a really crappy launch and wrought with bugs for games that barely had any work touched on them. And that's part of what the problem is, right? These were older generation games built on older clock speeds for processors and everything. And then Rockstar just thought they would put it out for the masses, and everybody would be sheeple and just eat it up and be like, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. Instead, they were met with pissed off customers, and now they're calling it a glitch. That's downplaying exactly what it was. Nick, what about you, man? Did you play more? I'm assuming you played more than I did, obviously.
I did not. I only played the one on the Game Pass.
Same,
yeah,
but you got more than 15 to 20 minutes into it, right?
Oh yeah, I played a couple hours of it, but yeah, I mean, yeah, it's definitely not a glitch in the system. I mean, they even delisted the game on the PC side. It was delisted for like almost a month or something like that. So clearly there's some problems with it, and there still is. I mean, they're still working out bugs with it, and that it's that first impression. There's a lot of games that come out. I mean, especially if you think about all these games that, regardless of it being a remaster, you have these games that come out that are fix them laters, and those I hate that. I mean, Battlefield 2042, that came out in a disastrous game, and they're slowly trying to fix it, but by the time it gets fixed, their player base is going to be gone. And that's the same thing that's happened with this remaster. It came out, everyone was kind of excited for it and kind of excited to see what it's going to be. and it came out and it flopped because it was riddled with bugs. And these bugs and these issues that it had, modders had already fixed this crap in the previous games. Modders had gone out and already resolved all these issues. Even the glitches that the remaster had, modders had fixed. There was an issue with the rain. With the rain in the remaster, you can't even see anything. And the modding community fixed that. You know, it's like, why is it that modders can go out and fix all these bugs and these issues that your games have, and this development studio that's been there that's their job, is to make sure that all this works, can't seem to get it out the door, right?
It's because they're mired by corporate douche knuckles.
No, it's because they didn't have any development team on this. That's exactly why they were. I told you. There was no development time on this.
Daryl was working on it.
Daryl and his other brother Daryl were in there drinking beer talking about the game. That's their development crew.
Yep, Larry didn't show up. Old people reference. Look it up.
Their best bet was just to re-release the old games, you know, and not even remaster them or anything. If they're really going to do anything with it, just re-release it.
Backwards compatible.
But weren't they already released in backwards compatible?
Well, they were in backwards compatible.
Yeah.
I mean, just put together like a trilogy pack or something that has like maybe the DLC and stuff with it. Yeah. But I mean, they even had the hot coffee mod, the hot coffee thing in the PC version of the game, in which, you know, back in the day, I mean, today that wouldn't be controversial, but back in the day it was, and they were supposedly, took that out in this remaster, and they didn't. It was still there. The code was still there. You could still access it. So it's like, come on. Exactly, Patrick. You're exactly right. There wasn't anybody working on this. They were just like, they took out the cloth. Like you said, they polished the turd up and they threw it out the door and said, now buy it. And people did. And then they turned around and go, now can I have my money back? This sucks. So
yeah, it looks like somebody took it and replaced all the characters with Wii U characters.
It does. It looks like a mix between Wii and some Nickelodeon crap.
All right, it looked like, okay, we upgraded these models. All we did was make the little square arms look like round the Wii people, you know, the Wii U people.
And some of the character models look worse than the original. I mean, like, yeah, I mean, they turned the smooth filter up to 100, you know.
They blurred the whole game out.
Yeah, they just blurred it all out. They're like, here's how we'll do the remaster. And there's this little bar, and they just turned it all the way up to 100 and said, there we go. Now push it out the door. But yeah, what a disaster. And it's still a disaster. Apparently it's still riddled with bugs and still has problems to this day. So it's not a glitch in the system. You done wrong. You did bad.
Yeah. He took the blue pill and just now woke back up. And you're like, what are you guys talking about? Nothing happened.
Right. He was on vacation. He just got back from vacation. He doesn't know what's going on.
He's got some timers.
Yeah.
No, he was running late for the meeting. It's just stupid. What bothers me most is the fact that instead of just manning up, being honest with the people, saying, look, we foobarred. We tried to milk you guys, and we screwed up in the middle of the milking because there was no remastering to it. You guys are not wrong. Like Nick said, he smooth filter up to 100. I mean, they, plastic surgery the crap out of it, and it's broken. I played, I'll go ahead and say it. I played San Andreas. It's the worst one of those three, in my opinion. Vice City, I've been dying for a remaster of it. And guess what? I can't buy it because it's so goddamn broken. I could not even justify it. And I love that game. But I won't do it. I will not do it because I don't want to say it's Rockstar's fault. I think it's probably more of a Take-Two deal where, hey, we're going to do this. You guys don't get no say. I think if Rockstar did it, Rockstar probably would have put a little more spit on it. Because that turd, they didn't even polish it. They just dusted off a couple of nuggets and just threw it out to the masses.
They blew the dust off of it, knocked the white crust, like the white crusty off of it.
Exactly. It angers me when companies do this, especially big companies like Take-Two. A smaller company, they make mistakes. I can understand that more. That something gets passed because they're a small company. They're like the developer of It Takes Two. Small development. They did an amazing job. But if they released it and it had a few bugs to it, I could understand it. It's a small team. But these people have billions of dollars. Fix the crap. And like Nick said, if they release a game just to fix the game, that's just ridiculous. And me personally, I think anybody who buys those games should get refunded. Period. I think laws have to be set up for this crap.
Take-Two's upper management team needs that golden toilet seat on the plane, so they can't afford developers now.
I know. What am I thinking?
You have to crap in
honesty?
luxury before you let the masses have their cake.
That's right. They just fly by on their golden toilet, dropping nuggets on us. Bastards.
And we're they think we're all like the old fish in the fish hatchery, throw out little nuggets, and they're all like sucking up through the bottom trying to get all that food. That's what they think everybody is. But I did not buy the trilogy. And I'm with Shane. I would have rather played the other two than what came to Game Pass. But after playing the one that was on Game Pass, I was like, you ain't getting a dime from me.
Now, I did download 3, which was a PlayStation Plus one. I haven't tried it yet because, honestly, I am gun shy as hell. So, it's pretty bad because I really enjoyed 3. It's not as good as Vice City. It's just, that's an opinion thing. But I'm afraid to hit start. I really am. Well, what about you, Pat?
I'm just ready for the newest one. I'm ready for 6.
You're not a remaster man at all.
Nope. But I gave it a chance. I'm like, it's free, but I really want to play the other 2. I didn't really want the one that came to Xbox. I did not want it. I'm like, I'd rather play the others. But I'm like, you know what? I haven't played this game in forever. And they remastered it. And I gave it a shot. And literally, I picked it up, ready to sit down for a Saturday, marathon to put a few hours into it. And I'm 15, 20 minutes in, and I'm like, I can't do this. This is bad. And then it was like, uninstall. And no, I'm not buying the others because this one set the precedence for what the rest of them was like for me. So I didn't buy it, never looked back. I didn't even go after the PlayStation one after that.
Yeah. Well, I imagine all 3 of them are going to be on Game Pass at some point relatively soon because people are getting their monies back. People are complaining. I bet they do. I bet they end up on a Game Pass thing, or they'll end up in the bargain bin quicker than we expect. But I'm okay.
They'll be
with
at the clearance aisle in Walmart.
Yeah, you'll be taking to that giant bin in the middle for the $5 movies.
Yep. There's Mr. Mom, the original Aliens. Oh, GTA Trilogy.
The definitive edition.
The definitive edition. Yeah, these are just scam tactics that Take-Two has done. That's all it is. It's a scam. They try to scam the gamers and into buying, like Pat said, a crusty white turd where they just kind of flicked a few white pieces off and pretend they did something, and they didn't.
And it's already started to price drop. It was a $60 game, and now you can get it at $40. So it's already started to come down.
Good. It's when it hits $5, I will get all 3. But it has to be 5 for all 3.
Even for $5, I'm not getting it. They already ruined me with the one on Game Pass. They ruined me. That was it. I don't trust any of the others unless I get to see one of you guys play it. I don't even want it in my collection unless it's a steelbook.
Yep, that would be nice. That would be real nice. Pat, have you played through all 3 of those previously? Just played through them all?
I played every one of the Rockstar games, every one of the Rockstar Grand Theft Auto games. I like Rockstar as a studio. They just they have stopped making anything new. That's we got the Western one, and the Red Dead Redemption, and the 2 was not as good as 1, which it's kind of hard to meet that same fervor that you get after the first one because you're chasing that. But it was still a good game. I liked it. I did not beat it like I did the first one, but I played all of the Grand Theft Autos, and I'm ready for them to put out something new. I liked them when they came out. Grand Theft Auto 5 was a great game when it came out. I played a lot of it. I like playing the multiplayer with you guys, but it doesn't have the replayability that somehow and longevity that somehow seems to have, that every time there's a new console, there's a new Grand Theft Auto 5. Grand Theft Auto 5 now on your pacemaker. Grand Theft Auto 5 now on your microwave, your refrigerator, whatever. Grand Theft Auto now on your insulin pump.
Yeah, and it's just Grand Theft Auto is it's just a powerhouse right now, and they're not going to make a new one as long as the online is just soaking in so much money. They're doing to
stop
Grand
buying
Theft Auto,
the whale cards.
Exactly, shark.
Stop being sharks.
Yeah, so they're doing just like Ubisoft is doing with Rainbow Six. They're just milking out these seasons. Take-Two is milking out the DLC for the online stuff because they're just creating missions with all the same old things. And I love the online, don't get me wrong, but I'm done with it. I'm ready for a new experience in their GTA world. So it's a pain in the ass to watch Take-Two do this to people. Well, you guys have anything else to say? Because I feel like really ranting and throwing in some F-bombs anywhere. So before I do that, I think we should end this one. So you guys have anything else you want to say about Take-Two and the milking of GTA?
Yeah, take two blue pills, and then release GTA 6.
Yeah.
Nick?
No, yeah. We want GTA 6, please. Thanks.
Now, are those pills the suppository kind?
I don't care what they are. Just don't call me.
All right. Guys, thanks for listening. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notifications. Definitely send us messages what you think about GTA, the trilogy, the companies, your thoughts and opinions on it. And, do you feel like you were robbed by Take-Two? I mean, do you agree with us, disagree with us? We'll definitely, respond back to you the best we can. So until next time, see ya.